Hello friends, welcome to your own channel GK and English Hub. So friends, here I am with a new video once again for you all with lots of information on one topic as always. And as I am here, so no fear my dear, let's start with today's topic. And before that, if you are new to this channel, then go to the playlist and watch the other videos. All the sessions are very informative and it would be interesting to you. So let's start with today's topic. Today I have come with some important questions on modern Indian history, and all these questions are repeatedly asked in various government exams, as you can see in 2017, 2017, 2017. Okay, and this is the second part of this modern Indian history. So if you are new, then go to the playlist and watch the previous one. Okay, I have discussed many things in that videos too. So let's start with the first question. The first question is, which act was passed by Britishers to silence those who are critical to the government? Sorry, critical of the government. So which act was that that was introduced to make us silence whenever we are against the government? So what was that? It is Vernacular Press Act. Here I will give you some information relating to this act. So this act was passed by Lord Lytton. This act was passed by Lord Lytton. Remember it, okay? Lord Lytton. And it was passed in 1878. Remember it, friends. 1878, okay? And by this act, the magistrate of the district were empowered without the prior permission of the government. That means that that magistrate had not to take any permission from the government before taking any action against the people those are raising voice against the government. It is actually for the printer and publishers. If they might rouse the feelings of disaffection against the government, then the district magistrate can take action against those publishers and printers. I also discuss these options. All are very important, so listen carefully. First, Ilbert Bill. This bill was introduced in 1883 during the viceroyship of Ripon. And this bill was written by C.P. Ilbert. I couldn't recall his full name, but just remember it. It was Sir C.P. Ilbert. He was written this bill. That's why its name is Ilbert Bill. And a huge discussion, a marathon discussion was happened against this bill, as this bill favoring the Indians. Okay. Then Arms Act. This act was introduced in 1878 during the viceroyship of Lord Lytton. As you know that at that time our viceroy was Lord Lytton. Okay. And this act prevents the Indians to keep arms without appropriate license, and if they violate it, its violation was criminal offense. Okay. Next, it is Regulating Act 1773. It was introduced by then Governor General. He is Warren Hastings. Okay, Warren Hastings. And at that time, as you know that after the Boxer War, yes, in 1764, East India Company's servants indulge in corruption. Okay, all the powers goes to them, and they are misusing they were misused that power, and they indulged in corruption. They had started personal profit. So this law was introduced in the Parliament of Great Britain to reign the company at that time. Okay. And I have also told you that Governor General was Warren Hastings. Now the next question, that is 523. I hope you can give this answer if you have watched our previous videos on modern Indian history. We have discussed these questions, and we have give the related information. So here the answer will be 1922. Chori Chora incident happened in 1922. So let's discuss with the other options. 1920, in that year, Khilafat movement, okay, Khilafat movement and also non-cooperation movement happened, and this Khilafat movement was merged with this non-cooperation movement. Then it is 1928. In that year, Nehru report was published, and Nehru was Motilal Nehru. Okay, remember it. Nehru report. Okay, Nehru report. After boycotting the Simon Commission, they introduced that report. And in 1929, Lahore session was happened, and in that session, Purna Swaraj, they declared Purna Swaraj, and these questions are asked in various exams. Okay, so just remember it, that this Purna Swaraj was declared in Lahore session in 1929. These are very important. Okay, now let's go to the next question. The question is 524. In which of the following years Jyotiba Phule formed Satya Shodhak Samaj? Jyotiba Phule formed Satya Shodhak Samaj. Okay. 1873. Okay. What was that society? And it was formed in Pune, that is in Maharashtra, in the year 1873. I have told it. And this society works for the upliftment of Sudra Dalit. Okay. 1773, I have already discussed that regulating act was passed in that year. Now the next question. Which of the following is related to Tin Kathiya Pratha? Tin Kathiya. From this name, I hope that you have understood a bit, or you may recall. So this Tin Kathiya was the system under which the native peasant of Champaran, remember it, okay, Champaran, that is in Bihar, Champaran, Bihar, were forced by European planters to cultivate indigo on 320th. That means 320th means 1 bigha consists of 20 kathas, and if one peasant has 1 bigha land, then he had to cultivate indigo in 3 katha. Okay, and this caused the great misery of those native farmers. And taking up the peasant causes, our Gandhiji started the Champaran Satyagraha. Remember it, it is a very important Champaran Satyagraha in the year of 1917. And this system was eventually abolished under the Champaran Agrarian Act. Under the Champaran Agrarian Act, this system was abolished. Okay, this Kheda, it is also very important. Kheda Satyagraha, I hope you have heard about it in 1918. In 1918, and this was also led by Gandhi, and it is in Gujarat. Okay, remember all this Gujarat. After coming from South Africa, our Gandhiji led these movements, these Satyagraha movements. Now let's go to the next question, 526. Which of the following work is not credited to Lord Dalhousie? Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie, you should to know the tenure of Lord Dalhousie. It was 1848 to 1856. Okay, remember this, 1848 to 1856. Okay, merger of Punjab, merger. I think there are some mistakes in these questions. This word merger is wrong, as Satara was annexed. Satara was annexed. Satara was annexed in 1848. Satara was annexed in 1848. Punjab was annexed in 1849. So remember this. This question is, I think this the mistake. So just leave it. The next question, 527. Which of the following was not done during the time of? So you have to know the tenure of this viceroy. Yes, after 1857. His tenure was 1899 to 1905. Remember, my friends, 1899 to 1905. And during that time, what was happened? Partition of Bengal was happened in 1905. Okay. Then famine commission was formed in 1902, and with it you also remember that police commission. Yes, police commission was also formed in 1902. Remember it, my friends, in 1902. So they asked us which was not done. So the answer will be formation of Hunter Commission. Formation of Hunter Commission was happened under the viceroyship of Lord Ripon. Okay, Lord Ripon. Remember it, my friends. Lord Ripon. And he appointed the first Indian Education Commission on February 1882. Remember it also. Education Commission 1882. So here the answer will be option 4. Let's go to the next question. Which Indian territory was formerly known as Blackwater before independence? Indian territory known as Blackwater, Kalapani. Yes, this is associated with our freedom struggle. Yes, it is associated with that. The cellular jail. Okay, remember it, cellular jail. A colonial prison in the Andaman Nicobar Island was known as Kalapani. That prison where these freedom fighters were imprisoned. And our freedom fighters were shifted in this island and by the British government, and the British government gave them a harsh punishment. Not only they were isolated, our freedom fighters were isolated in this island, but also in that time there are some prejudices, and for that reason the oversea journey in Kalapani to this island also threatened our freedom fighters with loss of caste and resulting in social exclusion. So when they were returned after the punishment, they were excluded by the society as they have taken the overseas journey. So here the answer will be Andaman Nicobar Island. Now let's go to the next question, that is 529. In which session of the Congress was the slogan Simon Commission boycott? Simon's Commission's boycott. This slogan was raised in which session? So the answer will be, it was Madras session. Okay, the session was Madras session in 1927. Madras session of 1927. Let's go to the options. 7. In this session, Congress passed a resolution, and in that resolution they boycott Simon Commission in every stage and every form. Okay. Now the Surat session, it is also a very important session. You have to remember this, because in that session, this session is also called Surat split. They may ask you as a Surat split. Remember, my friends, Surat split. Okay. And in that session, Congress was divided into extremist and moderate. Congress were divided into extremist and moderate. Okay, here it is. Now go to the next question, that is 530. Where did the telegraph line be laid first? Telegraph line be laid first. So the first telegraph lines were established from Calcutta to Agra. Yes, in 1954. Remember the date, 1954. This time Governor General was, I hope from this date you may understood who was the Governor General. So let me know in the comment box. Just give me the answer. Who was the Governor General of that time? Viceroy. Yes, Viceroy of that time. It is Mr. Dalhousie. Yes, he is. Now go to the next question, that is 531. How long the non-cooperation movement was conducted? For how long? It is September 1922. So here the answer will be option 2, September 1922, April 1922. Yes. Friends, I become tired as it is continuous speaking. Now I will going to make direct answer. Okay. Friends, please let me know, do you want additional informations which I am giving to you, additional explanations or not? In the comment below, please let me know. The next question, 532. Which of the following events is not? So the answer, I already discussed about Warren Hastings in the first questions. So if you cannot recall, then just repeat again the video. Here they asked you is not related. Okay, is not related. So it is the establishment of college Hellberry. It was not. And all these three are happened during his tenure. So remember all these three options: first Anglo-Maratha War, Rohilla War, Chet Singh incident. If they ask you, taking just one option, that this incident were happened during the time of, then you have to give the answer Warren Hastings. Now the next question, which Governor General of India used to write poetry with the name Owen Meredith? Owen Meredith. So here the answer will be Lord Lytton, and you should know the tenure of him. The tenure of Lord Lytton was 1876. I hope I have told you the tenure in the first question. 1876 to 1880. Now the next question, 534. Which of the following events is not considered for the time being of Viceroy Lord Lytton? I already told you the tenure 1876 to 1880. So you have to remember which incident was not happened in that time. Okay, was not happened. So here it is Anglo-Burmese War. Anglo-Burmese War. It was Anglo-Burmese War. So answer will be Burma War. Okay, Anglo-Burmese War was happened in the time of Lord Dalhousie in 1852 to 1853. 1852 to 53. In that time, the Anglo-Burmese War was happened, and also in the time of Dufferin. Okay, Lord Dufferin in 1885. In these times, Anglo-Burmese War was happened. So our next question, 535. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched? Whenever you are doing the answers, focus this not. It is very dangerous. It may take your number. So the answer will be Chor Rebellion in 1870. Chor Rebellion. It was Bankura, Mednipur district. Okay, Bankura and Mednipur district. These areas, this Chor Rebellion were happened. So this is the last question. Thank you for watching, my friends, and if you want to give me any suggestions, the suggestions are always welcome. Please let me know so that I can improve these videos more and more for you all, and I can come with a better one that will going to help you all. So thank you.